AITA for telling my friend she's unreliable. I, 28F, told my friend Anna, 24F, that she's unreliable because, for the fourth time in our friendship, she didn't show up to something we planned in advance. Since moving to a new state in my early 20s, hiking has become one of my main hobbies. A lot of my friends and family like to join me since there are so many hidden gems here. However, the state I live in is known for heat-related deaths, so starting hikes early is really important. A few weeks ago, Anna and I made plans to go hiking. We picked a date about 2 weeks out, and I gave her a few trail options before we decided on one. After researching it more, I realized it was a strenuous hike that also required an off-road vehicle. I let her know I could drive, but I'd expect her to help with gas, which she agreed to. Later, I decided I wasn't comfortable doing both the off-road portion and a strenuous hike in one trip, so we changed the plan to a different hike about 2 hours from the city. A few days before, she called and said she forgot she had to pay rent and couldn't afford the trip, but she was open to doing a local hike instead. I suggested one in town, and we agreed on a date and time. The day of the hike, I had only gotten 2 hours of sleep because I worked late the night before. I didn't feel like getting up, but I still got ready and showed up on time. She didn't. I texted her, and 3 hours later she replied, saying her alarm didn't go off. At that point, I told her this wasn't the first time she had inconvenienced me. She immediately got defensive. For context, it's peak heat season right now, and local trails are closed from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. because of the danger. We had planned to meet at 5 a.m. to catch the sunrise and avoid the heat. By the time she responded, it was already too late to go safely. I'm not trying to become a statistic. She said she worked late the night before, she was off by 6 p.m., made dinner, and that her alarm didn't go off even though she set it for 3 a.m. Then she asked if I still wanted to go, but by then it didn't make sense. She even claimed she was going to go hiking on her own but decided to invite me. I told her we made the plans together, decided on a hike, in which my resources were going to be used, so not sure how that was me being invited to her hike when she doesn't have the mobility to go on an off-road hike. I told her she was being unreliable, especially since this wasn't the first time she's used the same excuse. She's also missed other important plans, including my birthday, where she didn't show up because her finger was hurting. She said I was taunting her and bringing her down, but all I did was point out a pattern based on actual events. Now she's upset with me for being honest about how I feel. At this point, I'm seriously considering cutting her off. I've given her multiple chances, but she keeps repeating the same behavior. Submitted by /u/espressos, link, comments.